You usually roam when you're ahead and or your lane is doomed. Hey guys, it's Smoothie here. Recently, we made some posts on Twitter and Reddit about playing support, and yeah, I'm here to answer some questions and help you guys out. Here's a question from MindGimmet on Twitter. Why is Soraka not played in pro play? So Soraka, she's always been a really niche champ. She's a really squishy support, and having playmaking right now in bot lane, especially in the support role, is really valuable. This question comes from Armis XDD on Twitter. When it comes to roaming, when would it be a good time to do so? I try to roam when we're ahead, but I'm not sure about times other than that. You usually roam when you're ahead, like you say, your wave is pushed in, and or your lane is doomed. So when you're ahead and you can push your wave pretty freely, that means the enemy bot lane has to catch the wave under the tower. And when you have that condition, then you can roam mid, you can base, you can do whatever you want in those timings because you're winning lane. Other timings are when your lane is doomed and you're playing something like Thresh, Bard, Alistar, any roaming champions. Really strong roamers like that. Ditch your lane, kind of accept that your AD carry is kind of screwed this game. You have a 0-5 Ashe versus like a Zed. Like, you know, your AD carry is useless anyway. This question is from Esog on Twitter. Hey Smoothie, I noticed Swifty Boots are getting purchased more often than the last few patches of Moe Boots. How do you decide between the two, or is it just preference? The benefits of Swifty Boots are that one, they're cheap. Two, there's a lot of slowing abilities in the game, so Swifty Boots is almost always like value in that sense. On some champs, like for example Pyke roams a lot and benefits a lot from having a lot of movement speed, and he doesn't really get killed very easily because of his E and W. So yeah, champs like Pyke, maybe Alistar, still good to get Mobies on if you can. So the next question is from Gamerboy on Reddit. I int a lot when I play squishy mage supports, such as Brand and Zyra. I find it hard to engage without dying right after, but is that okay as long as the ADC gets the kills? And how can I die less? The reason why it's so hard to play them, especially in this meta, there's so many champions that can kill you very easily in this meta, such as Nautilus, Thresh, Bard, so playing versus those kind of champions, you have to know when it's your time to fight, when you're strong. But for the most part, I think that if you are able to trade 1-for-1 and you get your AD carry ahead, it's mostly fine. But yeah, hopefully you don't go 0-10. The next question comes from Gaze Hex. What's your favorite sneaky ward spot and why isn't it in the alcove? Actually, that is one of them. The alcove ward is a unique one that not many people try to do. I think a lot of players forget about the alcove actually. If you're on blue side and you're warding the red side, that bush like near the Gromp area on red side, on bot lane, that's a really nice ward to have. The next question comes from Norasak on Reddit. Favorite skin? I think my favorite skin right now would have to be either the Kainun Senna skin. It's really cool. It has like the horse whenever you go really fast. Really cool skin. Or Hanun Thresh. This one is from Izarst on Reddit. Which support should Riot buff? There's not many mid supports that I can really ask for being buffed. I think maybe Annie. But otherwise, I think most supports in the game right now have a place in the meta. Semeyer Savi on Reddit. Do you personally enjoy playing tanks or mage support champions? I think it doesn't really matter what I play. I think I'm more comfortable in tanks. I play a lot of tanks in the past, and I really like engaging. I like engaging, and I like playing the front line for my teams and just for myself because I'm really confident in it, and it's always been how I've been successful in the past. Godly Opiness asks, do you enjoy playing Yumi? I actually do enjoy playing Yumi, honestly. Like, Yumi is a really fun champ. You're just chilling, going for the ride on your team. And yeah, usually you take the win because you're playing Yumi, so. Resell202 on Reddit asks, how do I get better at some of the more meta engaged supports? Thresh, Alistar, Pyke, etc. I typically play Enchanter supports, and while early game goes well, I'm not sure what to do during mid/late game to set up for team fights, Baron, and Dragon Neutral. From playing mage supports to melees, it's a really big transition. It took a while for me too, even to like go from playing engagers, playmakers to range supports when there's meta shifts. It's a whole different playstyle. You gotta play very carefully. I think roaming is the biggest thing for those kind of champions because since you have the CC, since you have the engage, oftentimes your team needs you to be the setup character. And if you can't, then yeah, you'd rather just play some kind of range support, right? yeah, I mean, it's easier said than done. Obviously, like just engage forehead, right? But it's really important to know where to engage and like how to engage. Usually, it's around objectives, like dragons, barons, or like looking for that flash angle with Thresh Lantern and lane. There's a bunch of little small niche things that you have to do, and yeah, I mean, these things come with time, and these things will eventually grow, and you'll kind of get a feel for it if you play a lot. Dax Flame on Reddit asks, who is the best support champion ever made and why is it Bard? True. I mean, I love Bard. I think Bard was one of my original one-trick champions. Ultimately, it's always going to be Thresh or Rakan, one of those two. I think those two have been like my bread and butter for a while. Thresh more so, but I just love playing Rakan. Rakan's so fun. It's like, Rakan's one of those champions where you can never really get too good at Rakan, There's always ways to get better. There's always ways to play better. And if you look good in Rakan, you look really good in Rakan, right? Same with Thresh. So those two, and then Bard's a really close second, or really close like second, third champ for sure. Last questions from _Fizzy on Reddit. If you could pick any non-support champion to become a support champion, who would it be and why? I want something with like swords, swords, blades, maybe something like Aurelia or Yasuo. I feel like that'd be really fun. They see the angles I don't see, and yeah, if I learned it and it was a support champion, it'd be really fun to play. I think just stuff with like high mobility, always fun. All right, guys, thanks for watching. That was my League support video. If you like what you watched, we have a bunch more videos just like this one in our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the video, tell us why in the comments below. And yeah, remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.